I wanted to talk to you guys today about why people are picking Serena. And there's only one main reason because they're dumbing her down to just one move. And anybody that has experience in this game, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. And of course, there's going to be a lot of damage controlling excuses, but I do hope that, one of my favorite female fighters in Mortal Kombat history ends up getting a nerf in this game. And I'm going to fully elaborate what I mean by this. Uh, the move I'm talking about, right, with this character is this move right here, Kia's Blades, basically, aka KB. So it does pretty decent chip. It leaves you actually more plus on block. Don't pay attention to this frame data right here because it's not accurate. But it is a high though, right? And it can do decent chip damage, right? If Johnny wasn't obviously flawless blocking, but it can do pretty decent chip damage, right? But it leaves you significantly plus on block. Now, if the player was to do this in the neutral, like in the beginning of the match, right, where I can attack and defend, and the player can attack and defend, right? And keep in mind, I haven't actually learned any of these matchups with any of these characters or nothing like that. I just kind of went online and just fought blind, and then I had a weird feeling that there was a certain gap in this and a certain gap in that, and that's the reason why I haven't really been uploading like that, because I kind of want to see like what characters people are using, and I'm actually close to Grandmaster now. For me, actually not actually learning these matchups, which is actually surprising. So anyway, that's besides the point. So when the player calls this out, right, if you mistime your jump, that's a full combo, right? So this is actually a pretty decent anti-air kind of projectile thing going on here. Not only that, it's a really good projectile in the neutral, and if your character has access to really good range on their normals, where they can actually get a combo, more than likely, you're going to get comboed, right? That, I mean, it's inevitable. So it leaves you plus on block, right? This move leaves you plus on block, right? Especially in close range engagements. It's a major turn stealer. Chip damage is not bad on it. It's insanely good in neutral for a projectile. You could possibly get anti-aired as well, so it's difficult to jump in on. Okay. And then here's the killer part. Even if I hit her and Shao Kahn, as you can clearly see, the move comes back. Now, one of the things that I figured out, right, is that I could probably do something like this and then try to go into a combo after that. That's the only thing that I can think of with Johnny Cage right now, right? And when the character is close, right? Like, say, for example, Shao Kahn does some shit like this. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, see, there's no gap here, right? Like, I'm pressing, like, as a matter of fact, just to prove my point, because I don't want niggas to think I'm capping and shit and thinking I'm not pressing the button. So I'm the mass standing one, right? And as you can clearly see, like, because Shao Kahn has pretty good block stun, as you can clearly see right there, right? I can't, like, I can't even neutral duck right here, right? So, look at that. So this is low key kind of cute. Like, if I'm being honest, her move is low key kind of cute. Now, right here, like what I'm gonna do here, right? I'm gonna block this, and then I can duck. But it does not matter. And the reason why it does not matter is because even if you were to successfully hit Shao Kahn with a down 4, you are still conditioned to block, or you're still conditioned to neutral duck, which gives the opponent what? A whole nother turn, even if their move was completely unsafe on block. So this move is incredibly fucking cheap, and I'm confused as to why it costs 50% of her meter instead of 100% of her meter, because of how strong this move actually is. Now, of course, there are certain things, or not even certain things, but certain combo strings where if, you go for this, I can interrupt and I can do this. But it's not guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed that you're going to do that. And then on top of that, you could bait my armored attempt. Then on top of that, you could bait me going for this. So it creates a very, very fucked up and dangerous mind game. So I'm a little confused as to why this move does not cost literally 100% of her meter. Because as far as her other special moves go, I don't really have a problem with it. Her other special move is good for extending a combo in the corner meterlessly. It's good for going through gaps because you get some level of invincibility frames, right? So that's fine. She has a meter draining kind of special move where she's technically kind of vulnerable because she can get hit, but if you can apply pressure and set up stuff correctly, and put the opponent at a disadvantageous position a lot, you're good to go, right? Especially if you're getting good chip and you're building up meter at the same time. It's just it's a dangerous game all around, especially if you know how to set it up correctly, right? And then on top of that, like she has like this one single hitting blade that can cover gaps, right? And you can use it in combos. You can use it as a regular projectile as well. So those are fine. Like Sareena is one of the best cameos in the game, I think. I have been using Johnny Cage and Kano since the very beginning, and I have been seeing a crazy amount of Sareenas. And I'm hoping that this character gets nerfed, and I'm hoping that they make it to where it costs 100% of her meter, and her meter builds up slowly. The reason why is because you chose to do such a brain dead move, because that move is incredibly brain dead compared to a lot of cameos that I've seen in this game. The biggest reason why people are picking this cameo fighter is because she is a turn stealer. I actually went against a Johnny Cage player, right, and I was whooping his ass, right. And for me, not really knowing matchups that well, I was beating this dude up, right. I was wearing him out. Okay, check this out. He went to the cameo select screen or whatever, and it showed who he picked, and he picked the character like really quickly so that way I wouldn't be able to see it. But I saw the name, and the motherfucker picked Sareena. I'm just like, this has got to be like the 18th Sareena I've gone against ever since I've actually started playing online. Just to experience the game online and see what people are picking when it comes to their main fighter and pairing them up with a cameo fighter. And the main character I keep seeing, okay, is fucking Sareena. Even the experienced players are picking Sareena. Now, granted, I have gone against two Liu Kang players who would use Kung Lao, right? Which, like I said, I haven't labbed against any of these characters just yet, so I don't know what's plus, what's unsafe. But you will see in online matches where I was like, okay, there's a gap in this. It has to be a gap in this. There's no way there's not a gap in it. And there have been times where I would accidentally flawless block something or armor through something, and I was like, oh, word, you can do that? And then, the opponent would think that I knew anything. They'll think that I knew about it, and I actually didn't. And then, you guys will see once I start uploading the matches and stuff like that. But this is the reason why people are picking Sareena. And like I said, I know why people are picking Sareena. Is the biggest reason why is because they're dumbing her down to her Kia's Blades, where she is a complete and utter turn stealer. She does good chip. She has really good plus frames. You can actually kind of create a true block string with it, as you guys clearly saw with Shao Kahn, because Shao Kahn's forward 1-2 has really good block stun on it. It's a really good projectile in the neutral. It can potentially anti-air you if you mistime it. It's damn near impossible to get a full combo on the opponent if a blade passes you. If they do it in close range engagements, you're kind of conditioned to block, or you condition to neutral crouch, even if you successfully check the opponent with a down forward, because they're definitely going to advance forwards, which you guys will see in my online matches and shit like that. So I like I said, I definitely think that this move needs to be nerfed to where it costs 100% of her meter, and that's what I personally believe. Of course, there's going to be some people creating these damage controlling excuses and trying to lie and say like, oh no, there's nothing wrong with it, you're just bad at the game. The typical shit that people said to me back in Mortal Kombat 11 days when I knew exactly what I was talking about. And I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this situation right here. And there's so many more things that I really want to expose and talk about with this game. But I'm going to wait just a little bit longer, and then that's when I'm really going to say some shit. But other than that, I do like MK1, obviously significantly better than Mortal Kombat 11. Now, there was an individual in my comment section down below that had asked me a very interesting question about should you buy this game. If you love Mortal Kombat and you want to play a fighting game and you love Mortal Kombat and their characters, even if you're not playing competitively, then buy the game. I can't really tell you to buy the game or to not buy the game. You have to play this game on your own, or you have to play like the demo or whatever the hell they have, or go to your friend's house and play it and see how you personally feel about it. As far as like the goods and the bads and stuff like that, I mean, I think combos are good to a certain degree. I mean, there's just so much to talk about because I still haven't labbed, like I said. There's so much to talk about with this game. I do definitely think the art team did their shit. Like this game is absolutely beautiful. But as far as goods and bads, I mean, you have to experience that. I can't really tell you, hey, this is what's good about this game. This is what's bad about this game. Because at that point, I'm kind of like destroying your experience in a sense, and I don't want to do that. Now, you don't have to buy the 100% edition, which is basically you get the combat pack and all that bullshit. Basically, what is it, the premium edition or whatever? You don't have to do that. If you just want to buy the base game itself, that's perfectly fine. And then if you do like the game, okay, that's cool. You can buy the other characters if you want, right? So like I said, it's based on your own personal experience. I cannot tell you, hey, buy this game, don't buy this game, blah blah blah. Like I'm not gonna tell somebody to do that. As far as the goods and the bads, I mean, I'm still experiencing things in this game, even though I haven't labbed against these characters just yet, and I'm just kind of fighting blind. And so far I am enjoying it to a certain degree, but there are things that I do think are problematic in the game that I have not exposed yet. But for the most part, like I said, you have to experience this on your own. I cannot tell you to buy the game. I cannot tell you not to buy the game. And that's just my opinion on that. I'll catch you guys in the next video.